Everyone, and I'm sorry that I haven't come to you lately to do a 5-minute message, but a lot of things have been changing. I've been in transition. There's been a lot being taught to me. I'm having to meditate more on the Lord. I'm having to completely and totally just surrender everything. But the thing that I read today that inspired me to do a 5-minute message for you, because you may be going through something similar from the same things that I'm going through. And so you know what your calling is, and it's a big calling. It's something big. You know that God's got something in store for you that's going to glorify Him to the utmost. And you are just such in a hurry to get there, such in a huge hurry to get there. You continue just thinking of more and more and more and more and more. And then you're complaining to yourself. You're not really saying it aloud, but in your mind. And God knows every thought. He knows every thought. He knows everything that's going on in there. So don't even try to hide it. But you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, well, Lord, why do I have to do all this little stuff? Why do I have to do all this before I get to the dream that you have given me? Because you've given me this dream, you've given me this vision, and it is 10 times more exciting than all this other stuff. But see, I want to tell you something. The little stuff is what builds your character. The little stuff is going to be what builds you into a mature Christian. You may not think about this. I used to never think about this, but the elders in the church, think about how they became elders. They were once in a position that you are, where you are learning and you are meditating and you are going about these small tasks, whether it's to say, go to your neighbor and pray for them, or go and plant flowers for this other couple that you feel like you're supposed to do. Go and lay hands on someone who is sick, and it's just a prayer, just a touch. Those are little things. But I want to tell you a quote that stuck with me today, that has stuck with me throughout this whole process that I'm going through. My child's in the background, by the way. It says, show me a man who cannot bother to do little things, and I'll show you a man who cannot be trusted to do big things. That quote is such a huge, yes, very true statement, because if God cannot trust you with these small tasks of going and telling someone Jesus loves you, or going and praying for someone that's sick, or going and telling someone, hey, you're beautiful in God's eyes, or going and talking to them about little things that have happened to you, if you cannot do that, then how can He trust you with the big vision that He has laid before you? He gives you all these little tasks to build your character, to work your patience, to work all the fruits of the Spirit. He does that so that they will be worked to their full maturity, so that when you come to this big task, that is not too much for you to handle. It's not too much for you to go forward and be joyous in such a big task. Because if you try to conquer a big task and you're not ready for it, and God has not told you to go forward, you're going to come up against something that's so much larger, on a larger scale than what you've ever handled, and you're going to be defeated. You're going to be defeated. And a lot of times the Lord will allow you to do that so He can show you that you have to wait on Him. You have to wait on Him to say yes or no. And that's just, I want to encourage you, don't underestimate the little tasks. The little tasks, they build character. They're a blessing, and that little task is a big thing for other people. That little task is making you into the person, the mega person that can handle that mega vision. And so I just encourage you, go about your daily tasks, those little things that the Lord wants you to do, that He sets out every day for you, and be joyful in them. Be joyful and rejoice that God is trusting you even with those small things, because He doesn't have to trust you. And I just want to encourage you, be thankful, be joyful, be humble before the Lord your God. Be thankful. And I just want to tell you, God bless you, and I hope this encouraged you.